Shell is not abandoning seismic surveys in South Africa. The oil giant and Total Energies have their sights set on the south coast. This comes amid legal battles to stop the seismic surveys. The new bid is open for public discussion. For more on this, we're joined by Desmond D'sa from the South Durban Community Environmental Alliance. Desmond, thank you very much for speaking to us this evening. So, we know there has to be a balance in protecting the environment while we try and utilize its resources responsibly. We also need to try and be self-sufficient in terms of energy sources. So having natural gas and oil could benefit South Africa in some ways. Is the picture entirely bleak?
Well, you know, firstly, thank you, and thanks to the viewers. I must say that I was shocked that given the huge rain bomb that descended upon the entire province, all along the coastline of KZN as well as the Eastern Cape, and so many people lost their lives on account of climate change, was directly the cause of the development of the fossil fuel industry, that Shell and Total would come and announce that they are proceeding to put in an application for seismic testing. Now, we know Shell has lost the case twice in the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape. And Total, well, this is a new zone within the ocean that they want to drill with. We received it a few days ago. But 2 weeks ago, Total sent me an email wanting to meet with us. And before we could respond, suddenly they've come out with, they've shown their hand that in fact their meeting was about going ahead with the development of the oil and gas exploration on our coastline. So it's shocking for us that even the dead who lost their lives because of climate change, which is directly caused by fossil fuel, that the oil moguls have disrespected the many people who lost their lives, the many people who lost everything on our coastline on account of climate change, which the whole world and 98% of the scientists in the world are saying are directly linked to the fossil fuel development. And we must kick fossil fuel out of it and keep the oil in the soil, keep the gas and the oil in the ocean, rather than drill for it. Now, it might be that we need the oil and gas now, but if we had invested when the scientists were already warning us, and South Africa had been part of the UN climate change framework for many years, since 1992. So the warnings have been there that we had to shift and move faster. And South Africa acknowledged that by hosting the conference in Durban in 2011, but more critically, signing the Paris Accord and recently the Glasgow Accord, where huge amounts of money have been promised to move to a just transition in the country.
So tell us a little bit more about what this new exploration would entail and whether all the boxes have been ticked in terms of due diligence and in terms of environmental impact studies. Where are we in that process, and what is the possibility of more detailed community and stakeholder engagements in this instance? Because we know that was ultimately what scuppered efforts at seismic activity in the Western Cape.
Well, Shell and Total have not advertised it on the entire coastline to inform the users, the beach users in this country, that this is their plan, what they intend to do. So this hasn't been advertised widely. They've gone to people like ourselves who are known environmentalists in the area and have said to us, well, here's the application and we want you to make comment on it. What they're not considering is the broad-based community organizations who have not been consulted, who needed to be consulted. And yeah, I want to just state categorically, the beach users are the surfers, are the people that go and swim, are the tourism industry, are the traditional healers, and small businesses who are on our entire coastline that create millions of jobs, as well as the fisher folks who, if this goes ahead, is going to destroy our marine resources. The next few months are very critical for the fisher folk. This is when they catch abundance of fish on our coastline. All the winter fish comes out during that. And you know, we have a big tourism attraction with the sardine run. So that comes around our coastline. And if this happens, it'll destroy all our marine life. So certainly we are urging the public in South Africa to come out in their numbers, but also to start reporting and commenting on whatever attempt has been made for Shell and Total to go and apply for a seismic testing, to come out and say no to it. We have beautiful beaches. We have enough resources in this country that can transform into energy that doesn't need us to drill for oil and gas in our ocean.
Desmond, people in KZN at the moment, sorry to interrupt you there, but a lot of people in KZN, as you say, are suffering from the trauma of these devastating floods. A lot of people have lost loved ones. Many people do not have the luxury at the moment of paying attention to environmental concerns. You said earlier that you were disgusted that this announcement would come now at such a difficult time for the province. You think it would be in the best interests of everyone if Total Energies and Shell would wait, postpone, and first allow communities to recover before trying to get community input and stakeholder engagement?
We are going to send them a notification on Monday that they should postpone it, and out of respect for the many people that lost their lives and lost everything and lost their homes, that they should postpone it at an appropriate time when we can have proper, meaningful discussions with everyone in this country.
Thank you very much for participating this evening. That was Desmond D'sa from the South Durban Community Environmental Alliance.